Hi guys, today I'm doing a sad, bittersweet video of my reaction of the season 1 finale of Roswell, New Mexico. I'm like feeling like I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. So the finale came on last night. I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted it and you said yes, so I'm doing it. Obviously there's gonna be spoilers in this. I'm reacting to the finale, so if you haven't seen it, probably shouldn't watch this video. I don't know how much I really talked about Roswell on my channel. I know I talked about it on Instagram and Twitter, but I love this show. Like, I can't believe how much I love this show. I originally started watching it because Nathan Pearsons, if that's his name, Parsons, something like that, he was in it and he was from the originals. So I was like, oh, let's give it a chance, whatever. I know there was an original Roswell. I never watched that, but the girl who was the main character in it, she was on another show I watched. I wanted to support her because I think she's like directing an episode of this one, something like that. So I decided to start watching it. I love this show. Honestly, this is like up there with like Vampire Diaries, that kind of stuff. Like the shows I love, this is like getting up there really, really fast. After one season, I'm like so connected to it. I just really love this show. I love the characters. The acting is so good. I love that they like take actors that aren't so well known and kind of mash them up with like actors we've already seen. I like when shows do something like that, like they introduce new actors. I feel like the finale kind of started with the episode before the finale where we found out so much stuff, and even the finale, like so much happened. This felt like what you're waiting for in a season finale of a show that's like ending forever, and this better not be ending forever. Let me just say right now, if there's not season 2 of the show, I am gonna be so mad at the CW. I don't even know where to start. I feel like I'm gonna be completely out of like chronological order. I kind of wrote some notes last night after I watched it so it would be fresh in my brain. Number 1, let's just say Michael. Michael is the best character on the show. He's my favorite character. He's the best actor on the show. He deserves to win all the awards for this. If you don't follow him on Instagram, you should. His name is Michael in real life too, so that's fun. But I adore him. He is gorgeous. I love his character, and I love also how this show, this has nothing to do with the finale, but how they have a character who's bi, but without making a big deal about it. Like, I feel like there's so many shows that like toss this like stuff down your throat and they're like, oh, you know, we're so diverse and we're so progressive, and like they're trying to make it like, they're trying to come off like they're progressive, you know what I mean? And they're making characters that are bi or gay like just to do it, you know? And I feel like this show doesn't feel like that. Like, it just feels very authentic. Like, he didn't really need like a whole coming out. He just kind of is. And I don't know, I really like that. Like I said, he is my favorite character. The scene in the prison where he met his mom, oh my god, if you didn't cry during that, you have no heart. And also, there was another actress from Vampire Diaries, if you didn't notice. But I just couldn't, like, that scene broke my heart. It was just like the saddest thing, and I feel like next season we have to find out so much more about the prison and about all those people and stuff like that. I don't know where to begin. I guess, I don't know, there's so much that happened. Let's talk about Michael and Maria, and Michael and Alex. Now, I'm totally pro either one. Like, I liked him with Alex in the beginning, but as everything with Maria started unfolding, I kind of like him with Maria too. To be honest, I feel like Maria and him are more, not suited for each other, but they have a more, like, less dramatic time together. I feel like the thing that makes it dramatic is obviously that she's best friends with Alex, but Alex and him, like, I liked them together. They have this great chemistry and like the history and stuff, but I feel like there's so much negative stuff. Like he was saying, like, he's in love with him, but at the same time, like, it hurts because his father is the one that killed his mother. His father is the one that tortured all of these people for years. With that history between them, his dad freaking broke his hand, and like, it just, like, you know, so much happened between them. I feel like there is hope for them, but I like him with Maria. Like, that scene at the end where he took his hat off, oh my god, the feels. That was just like the sweetest. Oh, he's such a good actor, I swear. I don't know how the CW is getting all these people who deserve Academy Awards, but that scene was just so amazing. And then in that scene, of course, we see Maria see that his hand is healed. So I do feel like in season 2, Maria is going to have to find out about aliens. Like, she's going to have to, especially if he's going to date her, he's going to have to tell her, because he's very, not proud of being an alien, but like, I just feel like that's a part of him. And you know, obviously Alex knows, and like, she's the only like kind of main person that doesn't know, so she's gonna have to find out eventually. This is obviously like the first time we really see her like connecting something. So I like him with Maria. I have no problem with it. I do feel really bad for Alex just like sitting there. Oh my god, that was so hard to watch. We're gonna save the whole like end thing for the end of the video. Let's talk about Kyle. Okay, hi, I love his character. Like, what the heck? I didn't like him in the beginning at all. And he's so interesting to me. I feel like he's very much reminding me of Stefan from Vampire Diaries. Like, his character, in the sense that, like, he kind of used to be an asshole. And, like, now he's trying to be a better person because he kind of feels guilty for how awful he used to be. But, oh my god. So, Sergeant Major, is that what I'm gonna call him? I can't remember his name. Sergeant Maines something. We already know that, you know, he knows about Rosa being his sister. Now Maines killed his father with not just normal killing someone, but like just making him suffer with cancer forever. Obviously wasn't the alien's fault, I'm assuming. Like, what we saw in that thing wasn't super clear, but that, like, the alien who gives people cancer, I don't think he does it on purpose. Like, I don't think that was, like, you know, he's trying to touch people and kill them. That was obviously, you know, Sergeant Maines pushed his father in there purposely and had to torture him like that. Like, that was just so awful. And now that, calling him Tyler, my bad, his name is Kyle. It was Tyler in Vampire Diaries. Kyle knows about it, and instead of, okay, first of all, that vest that he was wearing, what? I did not see that coming, I have to say. I really thought he was shot. That was a good move. He obviously is smart of him being so paranoid that the guy was following him. I don't know how to put it. Like, he's reminding me of Stefan in the sense that this person clearly deserves to die. Like, Sergeant Maines deserves to be punished for all the horrible stuff he's done, but he just can't be the one that does it. Like, Kyle just, yeah, I'm like confusing. Like, is it Kyle or Tyler? Okay. Kyle couldn't kill him. He just couldn't do it. So he's like, you know, you're gonna get what you deserve, but it's not coming from me. I'm not gonna, like, stoop down to your level. And I really just, he's really reminding me of Stefan, like, in the way that, like, Stefan kind of was bad. Like, obviously he was bad, but, like, then gets good. Sorry, I'm gonna compare a lot to Vampire Diaries, so if you didn't watch that, sorry. First of all, what's his name got killed. Like, we knew that was gonna happen, it had to happen. I don't even remember his name. Killer, you know, the fourth alien, let's call him that. Knew he was gonna die, so glad he died, he deserved to die. But before he died, he said to Isabel, take care of her. Now, I had no idea what that meant. Obviously, no one really did. I kind of thought, I was like, oh my god, she's pregnant, because they were married, and, like, maybe she's pregnant and he knows and she doesn't. Like, I thought, that's what I thought. But that's obviously not it. I didn't like him. I did think he was a good actor, though. Like, he played that role pretty well, but I didn't trust him from the beginning of the show. Like, literally episode 1, I was like, this is weird. I don't trust him. Like, he just gives me a vibe. So I kind of knew he was going to be the fourth alien. Like, it was the only option I could think of. He dies, boo-hoo, but we know from the last episode that he was getting into Max's head. He was saying, you know, how strong you feel when you're destructive, like, I know how strong you feel, like, you're gonna feel like a god, blah, blah, blah. And then the whole thing he was telling him, you are a god, like, they're gonna come back for you. Did he tell Michael and Isabel that? I don't remember him saying that. I feel like that's kind of scaring him, but also he's like, oh, I'm so powerful. And since he, like, you know, whatever he did, like, swallowed up lightning, or created lightning, or I'm not really sure. Since he did that and then killed the guy, he had a independence and, I don't want to say power hungriness, but like a, I don't really know how to word it, like a lightness to him, like less guilt. Like, I feel like he carried on so much guilt for so many years, and he, you know, was very, like, clung on to Michael and Isabel, and as soon as that guy died, he was lighter. Like, he didn't care. Not that he didn't care, but he kind of just, like, let it be. Like, the fact that he healed Michael's hand was a very, like, shocking, like, you know, people are gonna question that. And he was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I guess we're talking about Max and Liz. I feel like their, you know, final coming together scene was what I wanted. Like, it definitely hit, like, the mark. It wasn't disappointing in any way, shape, or form. It was, like, what I think we all were been waiting for. So that was really great. But I feel like even during the scene with him and Liz, like, after she was getting dressed, he acted so, like, nonchalant. Not nonchalant, is that the wrong word? But just, like, so, like, free. Like, he's making jokes. Like, how often have we even seen Max smile in this entire show? You know what I mean? I feel like he was letting the power kind of get to him, and I feel like he is actually reminding me of Damon in a way, from Vampire Diaries, in the sense that Damon, when he was human, was, like, the good brother. And I feel like that's how Max is. Like, he started out wanting to be this really great person who helped people and stuff, and now he was the one who didn't have a problem killing anyone. Like, I want to just kind of show you the parallel, like, how Max had no problem killing this bad guy, which, I mean, he shouldn't, but how Liz was like, kind of torturing herself over knowing that she created something that could save him, and how, like, you know, so Kyle couldn't kill this guy who deserves to die. Like, that's kind of, you know, most of these people are having this guilt, and Max isn't having that, and I feel like that's what makes him kind of Damonish. Like, he has no problem crossing the line to do what's right in his mind, and I feel like this power thing is kind of, like, getting to him, obviously. Okay, I guess now we're gonna get into the Liz, Max, Rosa thing. So yeah, they find Rosa in a pod. Want to know how that happened. Totally. Next season better have like a flashback to how the hell that happened. I don't even know. I didn't know a human could go in a pod. What the hell? This is so crazy. So weird that this whole time that dude didn't tell anyone. Like before he was gonna die, he still didn't say anything. Like, just so bizarre. And then they didn't find it sooner. What the hell? And so Max obviously wanted to save her and like do this for Liz. But what bothers me so much is right before this all happened and they found Rosa in the pod, Max and Liz talk, and Liz is like, I have to deal with this new kind of grief, like, you know, accepting the fact that she's just gone, and she was doing pretty well dealing with it. I mean, her sister's been gone for 10 years, she's finally having this new connection with Max, like, opening up her heart to someone. She goes to, you know, Rosa's grave and talks to her, and she seems like she's really dealing with the fact that her sister's dead, and, like, starting to kind of accept it and grieve in a healthy way. And then, of course, Max has to go and be like, oh, hey, yeah, let me bring this person back from the dead, like, I don't know, that was very sad, like, ugh, so sad. But so I feel like she said to him pretty much like, I need to grieve. She had no desire, not no desire, but like to bring her back. She didn't even think that was an option. So I do feel like Max obviously should have went to her first and said, listen, I can try to bring her back. Do you want that? But I might die. And then she could make up her mind. But I feel like at the same time, he'd be like, oh no, I know what she's gonna do. And like, he obviously thought he had enough power to bring Rosa back. So he brings Rosa back. What? Yeah, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. And if she did come back, I thought she was gonna be like overwhelmed by the like killer guy. Like, I didn't know what was gonna happen. She looked great, by the way, coming out of that cave in that like blanket. What? She looked so good. So that whole scene was crazy. But the second she came out and it wasn't Max, like standing there behind her or something, you knew something happened, Max. Like, you knew. You had to know. It happened. This is where things get crazy. Like, this is my big reaction. So now Liz finally accepted her sister was dead, fell in love with Max, and now her sister's back, which is how the hell they're going to explain that to the town, to the dad, to everyone. Also, she's going to not be mad at her sister for not telling her that, like, they didn't share the same father. Like, okay, there's lots of stuff to talk about here. At the same time, I'm wondering, does Rosa know how she died? Does Rosa know who killed her? Does she think that it was Isabel? Like, does she know she's been dead for 10 years? Like, does she know where she just came out of a pod? Does she know she was ever in the pod? Like, there's so many questions. And then the scene where she finds Max laying on the cave floor, like I was bawling. I could put in a picture here that I posted on Instagram stories. I was bawling so much. Like, this was full on end of season 1 crying compared to this episode of Vampire Diaries where Damon and Bonnie are, like, stuck in wherever the heck they're stuck, and Elena's crying in the graveyard. Like, that was equivalent level of crying. That's like, what, season 6? No, season 4? Something like that. Like, it's hard to find that much build up, that much emotion for characters after one season. I think there's only 13 episodes too, not like Throwback CW, which was like 22 episodes a season. So that was impressive. I cried in the episode before this and this episode. Like, these actors obviously know what the heck they're doing. But that was really hard to watch, and like, the fact that this is the person she's newly in love with, and like, now her sister has to be there to help her grieve. But is Max dead? Because is draining his power gonna kill him? Can't he go into the pod and be healed? Can't she make some kind of medicine for him? Like, we know he's not gonna die, okay? Like, let's be real. Like, whatever, if he died, whatever. Watch Supernatural, any other show on the CW, people don't stay dead. And he's an alien, so obviously he's not gonna stay dead. Rosa didn't stay dead. There has to be a way to bring him back. So he's a main character, like literally the main character. So we know that he's not dying anytime soon. Like, this is season 1, which is something that I kind of was bothered by, and usually they let you build up more love for that character before they kill them and then bring them back to life. So I thought that was kind of odd to do. But whatever the situation is, I thought it was a bit premature to do something like that, like scare the viewers so much. But I feel like if he comes back, he's still gonna be power hungry. I don't want to put it that way, it sounds so bad. And then we have, Michael, who I feel like is finally, you know, coming to terms with like wanting to kind of be human and have a normal life, which was interesting. Like, now he really likes Maria. Is he still gonna try to, you know, make his ship go back? Did Max tell Michael about how the ship's gonna come back because he's some kind of king or god or something. He would want to know that. Obviously, like, Michael was very interested in knowing where they came from and everything, but still Max, even with this knowledge, doesn't really care. Like, he doesn't want to know. I don't know. There's so much happening. And then we have Isabel, who obviously went through this huge ordeal, who's been violated and, you know, grieving the part of her husband that she loved, and like all this crazy stuff. Like, you see how angry she is. What Max was saying, like, oh, we can, you know, get into more of our minds and open up things. Like, literally he quoted the bad guy, did he not? Like, he said exactly what the bad guy said, like, we can have so much access to our minds and powers. Like, Max, shut up. Even if that was true, he could have been more like sane about it. Like, I feel like he literally, like, that he sucked up that lightning and like went kind of nuts. But Isabel seems like she's so mad, and she's kind of focusing that anger on her powers. I mean, her powers are to get in people's head, but she blew up that friggin' picture frame, which was awesome, by the way. I'm loving the girl power on the show. Even though Isabel and Liz didn't really like each other so much, like, they still come together. Like, I love that a lot of these CW shows are kind of, you know, finally getting against that whole, like, girl on girl, like, you know, fighting pettiness, like, oh, let's get each other down and like fight against each other, rather they're lifting each other up. I really like that. This was such a good season finale, in my opinion. Like, as much as I'm like, we need more right now, I feel like so much happened. So like, there's so many questions to be answered next season. Like, what are we gonna find out about their family and the prison, and what's gonna happen with Alex and Maria? Like, are they gonna be fighting? And we're gonna find out about Maria and Michael? Like, what is she gonna find out about Michael's hand? Like, there's so many questions to be answered. Oh my god, also forgot, there's another CW actor who came in, the one who played Max's mom. She was from Containment, which was one of my favorite shows ever. Oh my god, I want to watch Containment now. There's only one season on Netflix, so you should watch it. It's such a good show. Now, I'm wondering, though, for my prediction, my guesses for season 2, I want to know if it's going to pick up right where it left off, like right where she's shaking him in that cave, or if it's going to pick up like 2 weeks later and he's in a pod and they've been trying to figure out how to save him, or if it's going to be like months later and like we already know how Rosa has like re-announced herself to the world, and don't people still hate her because apparently she killed those other girls even though she didn't. Like, how is this all going to be explained? Who knows? Maybe she's not back for good. Maybe she's gonna get sick and like die like Catherine in Vampire Diaries. Like, who the heck knows? Maybe she's gonna have alien powers. Like, there's so much that can happen, and I'm so excited. Like, I literally want season 2 now, like right this second, and we're gonna have to wait till what, like September or October. I'm not prepared for that. I want this show back right now. Legacies is another CW show I am in love with so much. Like, this has nothing to do with Roswell. If you don't watch Legacies and you watch the originals Vampire Diaries, you should, because it is so good. They really take like the vibe of the original shows and kind of twist it to like different kinds of magic, like change it up enough that it's not repetitive but still matches the vibe. It's so good. Honestly, CW is killing it. Like, I'm a grown person. I'm getting up there. I'm in my late 20s now, and I love these freaking shows. Yeah, I'd highly recommend watching Roswell if you haven't. You obviously do if you watch this video. Let me know what you guys think about the finale. Let me know your predictions. Who's your favorite character? I mean, I'm obsessed with Michael. At first, in the beginning, I was like, oh, Max all the way. And like, I feel like as soon as Liz like gave in and was like, yeah, I like you too, now I'm like, oh my god, like Michael is my favorite. I love him. I'm heartbroken and I'm excited, and I'm heartbroken about what happened, and I cried so much in this last episode, but at the same time, we know Max isn't dead. Like, we know he's not ending the show. We know that he's not dead. That's kind of my whole thing. This video is so long, oh my god. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this is what you wanted when I asked you if you wanted this. If so, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to see more from me. I do a lot of TV show, movie type things. Keep that in mind, and I will see you guys in my next video.